Yo, this is Los Almighty. The date is November 19th, 2025. We're almost two-thirds through No Nut November. So, if you made it thus far, give yourself a hand. Got 10, 11 days left until No Nut November's over. Now, please do me a favor. When it gets to the December 1st, do not lock yourself off in a room and jerk, go on the hub or whatever site and, beat your dick to death the first day or whatnot. How about let's try and keep that streak going for another month so you can start off your New Year's on a nice little streak. Some people just do November just to say they did it, and then as soon as December 1st, they back to, the first day is like, a crackhead getting crack and they just whacking all day long. Like it's you basically didn't reverse all the results that you got from the No Nut November. The point of No Nut November isn't just to say that you did No Nut November. It's actually to try and reset your dopamine receptors because you've been beating your dick all your life or whatever, and now your dopamine receptors is all thrown off, and you really want to reset it. And then going through December, you want to actually keep the streak going so that you can come into your New Year's, how everybody, the new year, new me, whatever, you can start the new year off on the right foot, attacking your goals, on a nice little streak, and you ain't addicted to adult content, going into the New Year's. That's kind of the point, right? Not just to say, I did No Nut November. Anywho, speaking on, dopamine and stuff like that, adult content, corn, all that type of stuff, that is a gateway drug. I mean, it's literally a gateway drug. I mean, I guess it's not clinically a drug, but I mean, pretty much same results. It works the same way. It's a gateway drug, because when you're constantly watching adult content, you're gonna be in a constant state of dopamine habituation. The corn's gonna flood your brain with dopamine. It's gonna flood your brain with dopamine, and when your dopamine receptors are constantly stimulated, they're gonna get weaker. They're gonna get weaker. You know what I'm saying? It's so basically when you constantly watching adult movies to keep stimulating them, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to watch more intense movies. You're gonna have to watch movies more frequently, and you're gonna have to have longer jerk off sessions. That's what happens when you're constantly watching adult content, because what was doing it for you last week, last month, last year is just not gonna cut it for you. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever noticed? And I'm all right. If we being all honest here, I mean, I know that we all know some embarrassing stuff to talk about, but I mean, I think we all been there before, man. You settle into your jerk off station. You got your lotion here, you got your napkins here, you got your video pulled up, and you just like, I don't know about this video. I've seen this model before. So then you get to flicking, looking through another video. It's all right. Her booty's big, but I think I can find a bigger booty. And you keep flipping through, and then she's cold as hell, but I kind of prefer redheads. And you find red. Next thing you know, you done been down at the you done been on the hub for 3-4 hours. And y'all know I'm under exaggerating. 3-4 hours is an understatement. Let you not have nothing to do that day. Like nothing to do all day. You got work. You got your work. You ain't got to go to work that day. You ain't got no girlfriend. You ain't got no hobbies. Your friends all the time. You might mess around and be scrolling through the hub from sun up to sundown. You'll finally reach the page where the hub say, "Dog, we ain't got no more videos." That's how long it'll be, because you're so used to. You're so used to what you've been watching that you gotta find something new. You know I'm not lying. You know I'm telling the truth. So, don't act like it's just been me before. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's funny about that is, if you actually really had some cheeks to clap in real life right in front of you, you wouldn't even clap no cheeks like that. Like, you wouldn't even clap cheeks all day in real life, but you'll sit up on the hub all day. And we all know the real thing feel better than, your hand in a movie. But if you had some cheeks in front of you in real life, you gonna go for a 20, 30-minute session, and then you done. You might go for another round. You might go for another round in a couple hours, but you ain't just gonna sit nonstop for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours with the real thing in front of you. That's crazy. That's what you're supposed to be. Girls be wanting to go rounds. That's what you're supposed to be going rounds in. But your dopamine receptors is so offset and so off center that, like, can't nothing really stimulate your brain. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna constantly chasing that stimulation and escalation. And you'll go from just randomly watching, like, big booty girls or something like that, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is you like. You go to from watching whatever you like to watching just, like, weirdo stuff, like getting into the storyline and stuff like that. It was like, you know what I'm saying, like, that's honestly, it's always, every time I've ever stopped, it's always been because, like, some weirdo shit happened. Like, it was a bad broad I was watching, on one before, and I think, what was the story? Like, man, let's see, I sound even crazy even trying to rethink the shit up, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It was like one of them stepmom, mom, dad. Then I just stopped and thought for a second. I was like, bruh, when you get in when you get into the stepmom, the step parents, all that's when it's turning into some weirdo shit. If it's anything other than, first of all, any type of adult content, adult entertainment, like, as far as, them type of movies, is kind of corny in the first place. However, it's getting a little overboard once you start getting into them weird storylines. If you just absolutely had to do it, and I ever went back to do it again, which I'm not, but listen, pick the booty that you want to see get clapped, and then watch it get clapped 5 minutes and bust your shit. That's what you should be doing. No, you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be doing that at all. But you should, damn for sure, shouldn't be sitting up watching it like it's a AMC feature film critiquing. That's another thing. They got some dudes on IG actually be doing adult film breakdowns like it's First Take of Sports Center or something like that. How far have we fallen to where you're doing breakdowns, cheek clapping videos like it's Sports Centers? They be, she running the play and the way she backs it up, and, like, they got a Hall of Fame and all that. And I'm like, dog, they fucking, nigga. Let's be real, they fucking. But I get it, big business. I get why. Well, not. I don't get why the adult stars do it, but I get why anybody else who can monetize anything else off of would. It's big business, right? But it just blew my mind. Like I said, I was like, we really acting like adult entertainment is Sports Center, and it's the NBA Finals. It ain't nothing on here but a couple, like, we really, like, giving Smuts that much props, dog. That's when, like, it went too far. It got too goofy. So, like I said, my fault. My bad for going off on a little. I'm sorry. It just blew my mind that they was, like, actually, like, doing play-by-plays like Sports Center. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, originally what I was saying, back to my how it does to your dopamine, It's just, you know, you're gonna keep escalating the content, escalating, and then you're gonna get caught up in the loop. You're actually gonna get caught up in a loop that you won't be able to stop. You know, it's gonna be stress, adult movies, more adult movies, and it's just gonna go into a loop. It's gonna come like anytime that you're bored, anytime that you're lonely, anytime that you have anxiety, anytime that you're scared, your default setting is gonna be, let me go up in the room or get away and beat my meat. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing about it is, beating your meat, well, okay, honestly, when you do release, you are losing energy, you are losing testosterone. It is actually having a adverse effect on you and weakening your dopamine receptors. But other than that, I actually think, like I stated at the beginning of the video, it's actually a gateway drug to other things. You know what I'm saying? Not just a gateway drug to worse adult movies and worse adult addictions. It's just a gateway to a horrible life, and it's gateway to other things. Like, let's be real. You ain't never, or at least I ain't gonna say you ain't never, but you ain't, like, on a regular basis, ain't nobody ever just beat off and then been like, okay, now that I beat off, I gotta get up and work out. Oh, I just beat off, I wanna go, you know what I'm saying, hiking. Oh, I just beat off, I feel so energetic now and I just wanna go conquer the world. Oh, I just beat off and I wanna build something. Or nah, usually when you beat off, you wanna lay there, you wanna smoke something, you wanna drink something, you wanna eat something. Basically anything that's gonna, you know, be a net negative on life. You beat off, you want to smoke something, you want to drink something, you want to play a video game, you want to lounge around the crib. These are all, like, it's a gateway to laziness is what it is. And it may be a gateway to other drugs or drugs or worse habits. You know, you beating off and now you want to eat some old sloppy fat food. If you wouldn't have beat off, you would have went to the gym, so you'd have did the reverse of what you did today. You know, if you you could beat off and went to sleep when you could have went out somewhere and ran into a girl that you liked and actually, you know what I'm saying, started up a conversation and maybe had something real. And when I say had something real, I ain't even talking about sex, just a real connection with somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know, you might beat off and smoke some trees and go back to sleep. Now you done wasted your whole day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how old or young or anybody who's watching this video, but like, the older you get, man, these days count, man. Like, you go, like, have you noticed when you're young, like, you got forever. I'm not sure at what year it happens, but it's 1 year, like, you get to a certain age and then you be like, whoa, this shit start flying by. So every day that you waste beating your meat, lounging around the house, smoking weed, eating, drinking, and not getting productive, you're gonna look back 6 months later and you be like, man, if I'd have stayed focused for 6 months, for that 6 months that I was beating off, smoking, eating, drinking, and being lazy, I could have had a 6-pack, started my business, had this much. I mean, really, it really goes like that. It really goes like that. So, you know, it's like adult entertainment, you know, the beating your meat, the pretty much the anti-NoFap, everything is anti-NoFap, everything is anti-semen retention. It is a gateway to wasting your time. You're not gonna get a prize after you bust that nut. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news. No money's gonna go on that bank account after you bust that nut. And guess what? You're not gonna get that girl that you want to actually bust that nut in while you're busting that nut in your hand. So, you know, I guess that was the message I was compelled to leave today. I hope somebody was able to maybe use this for a little bit of motivation. maybe use it for a little bit of entertainment, or just, you know what I'm saying, just whatever you want to use it for, whether it be entertainment or motivation. That's really the point. You know what I'm saying? Really, the point is motivation. I hope you really can kind of look at yourself if that's you know what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, and really waste your time, whatever. Because I mean, you really, once you get to a certain point in your life, that time really does start flying. And to me, there's no bigger way than to waste your time than to be sitting around watching adult content and literally jacking your life away, man. You only get one shot at this, and don't blow it on bullshit. All right, like I said, if you liked the video, if you felt it was entertaining, educational, or motivational, you know, give me a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for, you know, the next day on No Nut November. All right, man. It's Marcel Almighty. I'm out.